Hello, students. My name is Mr. Galvan, and I want to take a moment to welcome you to the 2020-2021 school year. Today, I'm going to be giving you an introduction to our library. So first off, in order to get to our library's website, we have to go through the Vela Middle School website. So as you can see, there are lots of links at the top of this page. So the one we're going to focus on, of course, is the one that says library. When I click on library, this takes us to our Vela Middle School library website. So we've been adding and updating a lot of things to give you quite a bit of resources to utilize when you're here. So I start off at the top with an introductory Bunty board as well as a greeting. Additionally, I provide a link to a video tutorials page. This page, and I mentioned it a couple of times throughout the site, gives you the ability to learn about how to navigate some of the resources that we have, including how to use Mac and Via for databases and how to access the ebooks in Mac and Via, Destiny Discover, and Summit K-12. If you look at the Bunty board, I do have a couple of links. You can click here for a couple of little audio recordings as well as accessing a couple of links. A little further down, we have Accelerated Reader. Now, we've had a lot of questions about Accelerated Reader, so we do need to give you a couple of updates. First off, Accelerated Reader will only be offered this year to 6th grade students at our campus. And this is really not just our campus, this is district-wide. Additionally, right now, if you were to attempt to take an AR test from home, you could. If you were to click on the AR site, you could take your test at home. The only thing, though, with that is that no points will be awarded, even if you pass with 100. Now, this is just something that was handed to us from the district. We don't have any control over it, unfortunately. So right now, I'm advising everybody to just go ahead and wait on taking your AR tests until we return back to campus, at which point then you will be able to take the AR tests again. Okay? If we go down a little bit further, we have our ebook collections. And now there's a lot of information here, so we're going to take it piece by piece. First off, I do mention those video tutorials again. I'm going to go ahead and click on the video tutorials. That way I can show you some of the options that you have. So for video tutorials, I provide little YouTube videos on how to, and we're going to focus here on the parents and students. I provide YouTube videos on how to access the databases in Mac and Via. Remember, Mac and Via contains a lot of information for databases, things like Encyclopedia Britannica, you have Gale and EBSCO, the History Reference Center, remember? So there's a lot of great resources at your disposal. So what I do here is I show you how to go through those one at a time to help you with your research for your projects for your teachers. You go down a little further, I give you information on how to go through and utilize Destiny Discover's ebooks, Mac and Via's ebooks, and Summit K-12's ebooks, as well as give you a little video on how to use Google Classroom if you need a refresher. The ones on the right are mainly for faculty and staff, so you don't have to worry about those. So the links that I have here will take you directly to Mac and Via and Destiny Discover and Summit K-12. From there, all you need to do to log in, and I highlight it here, is all you need is your student ID number for both your username and password. And that's it. You just enter it in both of those areas and you can log in and start reading, which is really great. So just to show you what it looks like, if I were to go to Destiny Discover, at the top of the page, it'll ask you to log in. So I'll click on log in. And then you type in your username and password, which is just your student ID number. Okay. Mac and Via is the same thing. With Mac and Via, though, you have to remember a key detail, and that is to make sure that you are logging into Mac and Via for Vela Middle School, okay? Because it'll have different schools that are listed above your login. So you have to make sure that Vela Middle School is selected. So we just need to give it a minute to load. Sometimes it just takes a minute. And there we go. So you see here, Vela Middle School. Make sure that you see that. If you see another campus, it's real easy. You just click here, not your location, and then you can go ahead and select the campus that it belongs in. Okay? And again, it's just your student ID number in both areas. If we go down a little bit further, this is the Destiny Discover Reading Room. It's a little virtual library that I created. All you have to do is you can take a closer look, and I have a bunch of books with all kinds of links. And so all you need to do is you click on a book that you're interested in. Maybe it's this Big Nate book. If I click on this, it'll take me to Destiny Discover, and specifically Destiny Discover for that particular book. See here how it pops up, Big Nate. Now from here, I just click to log in and I put my ID number in both areas, and that's it. I'll be able to log in and start reading the Big Nate book. And it's like that for any of the books that are here. This is a little virtual room for Destiny Discover. And these books are great. They're books that we have available to our campus only. These are just Vela Middle School selections. If I go a little bit further down, I've created some reading lists based on selections that we have available from Mac and Via. Okay, so all kinds of great spooky books. It works pretty much the same though. You click on a title that you like maybe this Ghosts book, and it'll take you to the Mac and Via page for that book. And remember, make sure that it's on Vela Middle School and it's your student ID number in both areas. And it's pretty much the same for all of these books, guys. So I've got some spooky books here and some haunted books and mystery and fantasy and supernatural. So more reading lists are coming. And certainly, guys, there are way more books in Mac and Via than just the ones that I list here. These are just a few of the ones that I thought might be interesting for you all. But if you want to search on your own, all you have to do is click here and begin searching. And there's lots of books available right at your fingertips that you can access from home. A little bit further down, we have the book club area. We don't have information yet on the book club. We are not starting just yet, but when we do, we will be providing you guys with more information via our sites and whenever we release it to the teachers. Again, the video tutorials, and this is just if you need information on any of the things that we covered right now, step by step on accessing and using Mac and Via, Destiny Discover, and Summit K-12. The library procedures are pretty much here within this PowerPoint, this slideshow. This is really mainly focused on whenever we do return back to our regular in-person instruction. A lot of rules, procedures, do's and don'ts. A lot of the day-to-day operations for when you come into the library, when you check out a book, how long can you keep it? Do you have fines? Now, right now, since we're doing all virtual instruction, if you read or check out any of these books from Mac and Via and Destiny Discover, you have 2 weeks to read them, but there's no fines. When the 2 weeks are up, the book just goes back into the system. A lot of these books are single use books, meaning that if you have it checked out, somebody else cannot read it. So if you see a book and you want to read it, but it's checked out, don't get discouraged. It just means you're going to have to wait a little bit for it to be available again. It just means that somebody else is reading it right now. Okay, information on our library helpers program, but again, this is really just for when we return back to campus. So we're going to have to put a pin in that and wait until we get back. Okay, guys, I just wanted to bring your attention to a lot of these resources. There's a lot of great information and a lot of great ebooks that are at your disposal from the comfort of your home. All you need is a device with internet connection, and you can start reading right away. Okay, so once again, I'm Mr. Galvan. I'm your librarian. I hope you found this information useful, and I hope you start reading right away. We look forward to seeing you soon, and have a happy and safe return to the 2020-2021 school year. Thanks, guys.